he wanted to silence the people that were mourning. And the reason being is that the Prophet ﷺ spoke out against women that would beat their chests or pull on their hair, and that's why Islamically women are not supposed to go to the graveyard. But in this circumstance, they were just grieving and they were crying, and the Prophet ﷺ stopped Umar, and he told him he told him that anything from the eyes and the heart is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and anything from the tongue and the hand is from the shaitan. I definitely need to work on, definitely and desperately need to work on what comes out of my mouth, my anger. This, by the way, that was not the intention for what this video was about. But honestly, I really need to work on that, and I need you guys to work on that. Because when you read the Prophet ﷺ saying that whatever comes out of your mouth that is not a negative is from the shaitan, it's like, wow, I stoop down to that level every time I speak out of angst and anger, and it's something we need to work on. I mean, it's like the shaitan is dominating our lives when the shaitan allows us to react negatively. And a lot of the conflicts that I've gotten myself into are because of my big mouth. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted us every organ of our body that we can either we can decide what to do with our bodies. And when we choose our anger over all other senses of our body, it's a neglect of our faith, and it's a submission to the shaitan. So I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, help me to control my anger. Oh Allah, allow me to not speak so hastily. Oh Allah, allow me to not jump to conclusions anymore. Oh Allah, allow my heart to be cleansed by you, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Oh Allah, rejuvenate my relations with others, and by that I ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guard my tongue, because it is such a powerful and even lethal organ, but it can also do so much khair, as I always talk about speaking out and all that stuff. So what you do with every organ of your body is your domain, it's your control. And it's really sad when you give that domain to the shaitan. And I'm always telling you guys about me and my struggles, because a fear I have, a constant fear I have, is hypocrisy. And I don't ever want to be a hypocrite. And I know that for myself, there are certain things that I need to work on. And so I'm looking at the camera, and I actually can't see my reflection, which is really weird. But I'm working on that. But anyway, I'm looking at the camera, and when I play this back, it's going to be me talking to myself, inshallah, telling myself to work on what needs to work on, and it needs to happen. And I know that we all have our own internal struggles, so I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants us the tawfiq to allow us to combat our anger, allow us to tame our tongues, and allow us to pray, and allow us to choose the akhirah before the dunya. Allow us to choose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over the shaitan, which, astaghfirullah, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. It's scary to think that when we sin, we're choosing the shaitan over Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, astaghfirullah wal a'yadu billah. But kind of that's what it is, isn't it? Like when you do something against the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you know that this is something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is displeased with, yet you do what the shaitan does. I mean, I know that sinning is a part of who we are, and I think subhanallah, sinning even brings you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because in Allah ghafurur rahim, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the forgiving and the most merciful. He is, but at the same time, it's like just that just thinking about how disrespectful we are to the one who granted us everything is really sad. It's really sad. So we need to work on that. Our respect towards each other, our respect towards ourselves. And this isn't even our respect towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it's about our submission towards Him. So, Rula, I'm talking to you. We have to work on that. Okay, and also ending in the battle of, and I could be wrong, the battle of Buddha. You know what? I'm not gonna say battles. Yeah, I'm not that good at Islamic history. But anyway, in one of the battles, Ali ibn Abi Talib, he had a sword and he was about to strike, and the sword was a double-edged. It was kind of like a forked sword. Not really, but it has 2 points. I don't know. I remember that, but I don't remember the battle. Maybe it's the Battle of Uhud. I don't know. I'll let you guys know here. But anyway, and he was about to strike and he was so angry, and this was in the midst of battle, right? And all of a sudden the opponent, or the enemy of the battlefield, okay, he spat in his face, and Ali withdrew, and he said, I'm not going to continue with this. And he's like, but you had the chance to kill me. And he said, yeah, but you spat in my face. And if I killed you, it would have been out of angst. And that would have been, this is a problem when you try to quote Ali ibn Abi Talib. You're like, what would Ali say? No, but seriously, in that he didn't want the anger of his emotions to overrule his jihad, which is he was in a battlefield, so he did not kill him. And anger is from the shaitan. So I just want you guys to remember that. And I just want you guys to, like be more in tune with your emotions. You know, my kids are young, they're 3 and 2, but I teach them a lot about being in tune with their emotions. I teach them to say words like happy, sad, mad, etc. And to cry and to vent and just to tap into how you're feeling. And that's going to navigate a better dua, a clearer dua, a more conscious and faithful, eloquent and fluent dua. And that's what we want, to stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to just free fall. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for supporting this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys when I see you, which is probably next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And let me know if you guys have any suggestions of videos or whatever. And for those of you that reach out to me, you guys are everything. I mean, I mean everything. And I'm making these videos because you guys remind me how incredible of an opportunity it is to seek those who I wouldn't normally see in my day-to-day life. And the internet is a very disgusting world, but it's also a very beautiful world because I'm able to find you guys. And in every situation, in every case, you can choose. You know, you can choose what you want to do. You can choose with your tongue. You can choose to backbite and slander and get angry and just be this blah, 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 I don't know, I'm getting tongue-tied. Or you can choose to be peaceful, you can choose to be faithful, you can choose to protest, you can choose to spread words of peace and kindness and joy. And every single organ of your body, you are given that power to choose between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the shaitan. And just remember that when you deliberately sin, you are choosing over Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's work on that together, collectively. And I love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.